So, I didn't even record anything this morning talking about my day or anything at all. Just kind of dived into it as y'all are going to see. I'm actually recording this at the end of the night. Um, I need to put together a whole bunch of stuff still. I've been super busy since we got back from Orlando. And, I got stuff going on at the house right now. I've got some of my meals cooking for the week, or my breakfast, my egg bites and stuff. A whole bunch of things going on. So we're not going to talk a lot. I'm just going to kind of go straight into it. As you can hear, I got my little dude in the background trying to get me to help him play Minecraft and all the things. So we're just going to kind of post this one up, but so I can get into editing the other stuff. Anyways, without further ado, here was my day today.
Tell what we're doing. Yeah. So we're kind of matching, getting it matching that too, but kind of not matching it maybe because I started to get a little bit more lofty in what I wanted, and since it was her first one, maybe she wants something a little bit simpler. So what it started with was with words, and the words on there are keep going. And there's a little bit of a story behind it. Can I tell the story? Okay, just so you know where the sentimental part of this comes in, because the sentimental woman. And she has cancer. And in the beginning of her diagnosis, there was that word came up a lot, and she was, told keep going. We go to the gym, just keep going. And even when you feel shitty, you keep going. And then we started like taking like these trips together and going hiking and go to the beach and we do all this stuff outdoors, and we just want to keep going. Like you keep going in life, no matter what life throws at you. If it's gonna knock you down, you just get up and keep going. Have no good choice. So it started, the significance started with just, that's her mantra to just keep going through life, even when it's hard, because it's really hard for her right now. Right. And you just get up and keep going. And then also, I started thinking about wanting to add a little bit more to the words, because if I lose my friend one day, I want to keep going on trips. I want to keep going to the mountains, and I want to keep hiking, and I want to keep going to the beach. So I want a little bit of like some ocean waves and some mountains kind of included with the words, because it's, like I said, something that I'm going to carry with me forever. Hopefully she's along for the ride, but if she's not, we're just going to keep going, because you just have to.
Y'all gonna keep us, man. And I don't understand the sense of that, so don't get on the punch me or beat me up, but not because it's just in the kitchen, just because like y'all are so close like that in the store, man. That's such a cool thing. Yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah, it's hard, but what do? You keep fucking going.
Yeah,
Sometimes life tries to kick you in the dick, and you have no other choice, and you just keep going. So anyway, I don't know how much she wants to tattoo on. I know she wants the words, and then when I said the idea about like the waves in the mountains, she agreed that she wanted that, a little bit of that in there. Yeah, maybe just a smaller, little scaled down version. Yeah, of it. Kind of what I want, like a smaller scaled down version of what she has. I like what she has in mind. I don't have
I'm gonna tell you right now, okay, this is where we get you put. Alright, it's like one of those things where I joke with people, but it's like kind of not joking at the same time. I always call it job security. Because like usually when you get the first one and it goes good, you have a good experience, and then you like, dang, that's pretty cool, you know. Next thing you know, you're coming in 6 months later, 3 months, a week later, whatever it is, you know. Or you could even be like my wife, right? So like my wife, she had no desire to get sleeves, right? And for example, one arm, she has a bunch of little things that mean nothing to nobody at all, and then she just keeps getting little things, and now she's almost got a sleeve. Like, like for example, she's got one little spot on her wrist, and if you look at it, it's literally just a bunch of squiggly lines, right? And what it was is our son, which is right now 4. Okay, a couple years ago, he got caught throwing on the center aisle. Okay, so she walks up to him and he instantly, you know what I'm saying, like a little kid does, right? So what are you doing? Nothing. And he obviously knew his policy. He's like, all right. And she's like, what'd you draw? You know? He's like, well, I drew you a big heart. So we just left it there, and I tattooed that on her wrist.
I love that. I love that. It doesn't have to mean anything to anybody else. It's your art. It's your tapestry. It's your story. It's your story to tell. So
Yeah, I tell you very selfishly when I say this, a lot of people, if you was to ask their favorite part of the job, there's a lot of pros and incentives, right? Financial stuff is awesome. The ability to travel is beautiful and all that stuff. The artwork is obviously super dope. Artists, I like art. But hands down, every single time I would tell you my favorite part of the job was not. That shit is people. That's wow. You know what I'm saying? You meet so many cool people like every single day. And they tell you the best things and most interesting things. It's awesome.
Yeah. And I found out that this cancer was probably gonna take me out. I was like, I need to.
I think you do too. I'm gonna get one with you.
You said keep going.
I think you don't mind asking, still look on the phone for behind. Well, when did you find out?
In December of 2022, right at the end of it. Yeah, and it was like it was something that seemed like I was doing okay with, and I was getting response to treatment, and then it just stopped.
The treatment stuff is fine. Likely safer, isn't it? Is there other alternatives right this second?
Yeah, I'm still trying to.
I got you. Well, you know what? In like 10 years from now, we'll have this conversation.
I hope. Yeah, like I bet you're like, oh, my wife might never see something. I hope I do. I hope I have time for that.
We're gonna hook you up with this thing beautiful one, I promise. I'll let you get in touch with her.
Yeah. You don't want. I'll sign my name.
Dude, my wife again. My wife ever pushed me. No, that's
Will look like my name. Yeah, that's not right.
you know, you would think after I printed out 5,000 of these, I know exactly where they're at. Every time.
No, I know I did. You're from there. There, he's like, we want people to get something for me. And some for me. Yeah, but I was like, yeah. And well, so now I have dishwasher.
I don't know him at all. I've never met him in person, but he reached out. What was it like? I don't know, a couple years ago maybe. I guess, and don't quote me on this. But I want to say he moved back to the area. I think there's
Oh,
something.
did he? I heard that he was, but he has kids here. I want to say his kids are like in Brantford area or something like that.
That would make sense. Yeah.
His ex-wife and his kids were here. He and I had become pretty good. I met him just because he did my first tattoo.
Right.
And then we became good friends or decent friends. Not good enough, I guess.
Right.
But anyhow, he's a good guy. Was a good guy. He was a phenomenal artist. He was a good guy when he stayed clean.
Right.
And that wasn't always the case.
In this industry, I mean, I'll say honestly, and I tell everybody I'm very, very open and honest about things. In this industry, including myself, not now, but you know, before I had a kid, it was always a party. You know, so it was like I was on hell of you know, meth and coke and everything in between for the better part of a decade.
Yeah.
Then I found out I had a kid coming and I was like, hey, we gotta get this shit together.
They'll save your life real quick, won't they?
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah.
100% he did. Yeah, man, he's everything. But but yeah, dude, it wasn't easy. It was a struggle, but you know, things happen. But in the tattoo world, especially you know, in the past, thank God things are evolving and getting better when it comes to you know, that kind of stuff with our industry. But it was a problem, and it still can be.
Yeah.
I tell you, with tattoo artists, it's like we're a breed of flocks of feathers, man. Because you know, there's always either some kind of drugs drama or something. You know, it
I think
seems.
it's artists. You know what I mean? I think a little bit of it is artists. It's not even just the tattoo industry. It's when you have people, artists have a different personality. It's sometimes, you know, live outside of the norm, and that just comes with a, you know, different cast of characters.
Agreed. That's a good way to put that. Musicians are a prime example.
Yeah, artists. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. All right. So whenever we're doing this here in just a second, we start the design process. We want to kind of go through this.
And I'm actually going to, with your permission, when I get started here in just a second, I'm going to take pictures of your tattoos, or your tattoos, of your bodies in the place that you want these. And I can even roughly show you what they look like on your body before we do the tattoos, okay? So it kind of helps both of us, gives you some little bit of something to visualize. My son drawing on my tablet this morning.
Aww, I'll take that.
Dude, it's so crazy because to me, the program
Yeah.
was very complicated to learn how to use, right? And I was looking at it this morning. He's like, "Daddy, can I draw on your tail?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I hand it to him. And I looked back, he's got the pen out, and I opened up the program for him and set him up. But he knows how to control so much inside of it, and he's only 4. It stunned me. I was like, he's like clicking,
They
changing
catch on to
colors, changing
stuff
tools.
way faster than we do. I tell my kids, hey, show me how to do this on my phone.
Yeah.
What, how do I do this?
We're the old people now. Yeah.
For real. I'm definitely going to be there when he gets a little bit older, maybe like 2 more years. It probably won't take much. Actually, it kind of works out. My next appointment just had to reschedule for his sister just gave birth,
Oh, wow.
so he's going to go show her.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So that actually works out. That frees us up for the next few hours. So it works out. Okay. So let me get the picture from you, unless you already sent it.
I thought I
Yeah, you did. Perfect.
did. Like I said, that was just a real quick search just to
Yeah, this is great.
give an idea.
Come on, phone. Absolutely. So we'll put both these together. He showed me my son. He's so cool. Alright. Yeah, this was him drawing actually when we were at school this morning. He was doing his thing.
Aww.
Just chilling. Yeah. He like even just getting ready, holding the pen on his own and everything. I'm like, he's so awesome.
So cool. Especially when he's doing something that you love.
Oh man, now you know I say I'm not gonna be a tattoo artist and all that. Like I have an amazing career and I'm super lucky and all that. But I want my son to be better than me in every way.
Yeah,
I
of
want
course.
him to. I don't know. Like whatever he. My wife asked me yesterday. We were kind of joking around and stuff. She's like, "What if he like goes up to like I don't know mechanic or something?" I was like, "Oh, mine's gonna be fucking good."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Whatever he does," you know. And I pure
My
confidence.
kids to grow up and be whatever makes them happy. You know, like you need to make money, and that's important because you need money to live, but you need to be happy.
Happy.
And that is of utmost importance to me.
Agreed. Voice by Design Tattoo Shop. We actually don't do piercings anymore. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if anybody in Mexico is currently doing them, but definitely call around. I don't want to deter you from doing that, and just in case, you know, people start and stop doing things all the time. So. I don't know, really cool. Well, I know it's, I can only speak from our perspective here. I can't speak for other shops, but I would say piercings are one of those things, you know, that especially in smaller communities, it can be very hit or miss. So you might have 1 week where you do 50 of them, and then the next week you do 3. So if I had to take just a stab at that, I guess I would say that might have something to do with it. You're welcome. If you have any other questions or anything else we can do for you, don't hesitate. Reach back out to us. You too. People are so nice. All right. You want this on your cap? You like the American traditional?
Don't they?
Yeah.
A visor. Yeah, look at her,
Yep.
Oh, this is Bahamas.
He always was good.
He does wear a shirt tucked in a lot.
Is it just the two of them?
So they went with these people. So these people, Gary and Ellen, they have been friends with them for a long time, and they go on cruises very often, and they get
I guess because they gamble a lot, they get these free cruises and points, and so Scotty and Lisa either get to go for free or pretty cheap. Is that Dawn? That looks like the Waits. Yeah.
Wayne's or, no, what's his name?
Donna and
He pulled me over one time when I was 16 and searched my vehicle, and I never let him live it down.
is he the one that embarrassed you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna trip.
I'm running up the other night, he was in fish nets, and I was like, do you remember that time that you pulled me over and searched my vehicle on the side of the road? He goes, Amy, you're never gonna let me forget it. I was like, yeah, I was real embarrassed.
I think I remember you telling me about being so embarrassed about that. Like he treated you like you were
Yeah.
like a bad kid, and you weren't.
He goes, well, your boyfriend had dreads. I said, we just got back from a cruise in the Bahamas. He got braids.
That's awesome.
Profiled me.
His poor shoulder, he hurt his shoulder. Anyway, yes, they're on a cruise. They look Halloween. They were a king and queen.
Very cute. A whole deck.
Is it?
Whole deck of cards.
She's freaking out. She's like, I go, Mama, should I go on this trip? Maybe now is not a good time for me to go on this trip. I said, go.
Go, yeah.
Well, she was worried about me dying. And she was worried about Victoria, too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
You know, this morning, I text y'all, appreciate y'all coming in a little out later too. And I went there, my car's from my son. Thought my battery's dead from the gun speed. I was like, that's weird, but whatever, Couldn't open the door. So I was like, well, I'll just get in, use the physical key and key fob. So I pulled that out, I unlocked the door, as soon as I opened the alarm goes off. And I get in, and I couldn't get the fucking alarm shut off, so I was like, well, just whatever. So I shut the door, walked inside, and we got my wife's car and drove down there and replaced the key fob and came back. Side note, do you know y'all know how to crank the car with the key that's in your key fob? Because I did not. I was looking for a physical place to insert the key, and apparently you don't do that. You hold it up to the button and press it. And I was like, that's so
I
weird.
don't know.
Yeah, thinking about it now, there's nowhere to stick,
I don't
there's
have a
somewhere to
keyhole.
stick the
Me
key
neither,
in the door, but
Yeah,
there's nowhere to stick it.
yeah. I was sitting there like so confused. I felt so dumb with my 4-year-old looking at me. He's
I
like,
would have
just
to
stop
use
it.
I would have too, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that you could do that, honestly. I thought that key was only for the door.
Yeah. Well, I was learning this morning. I just let it just alarm and it went off by the time I drove off, I guess. But
I do
Yeah.
know that a dead key fob battery will fuck everything up.
yeah. Well, Lord knows it will.
Like, there's no way this thing shouldn't be running because the battery is dead in the key fob.
Yeah, it confused me, honestly. I was like, dang, we learn something every day.
Yeah, no,
The guy at the store thought it was funny too. It is what it is, bro.
This Jeep is actually the first vehicle I had that you didn't stick a key in and turn it to start it. So it was weird for me to learn
Me too.
the push start thing.
This is not, yeah, that's part of the sign.
Me too. I like it now though.
I like it now. I didn't like it at first. I was like, I just want to put a key in so I don't lose it. I want to put a key in and start it.
Right. Well, it's made me lazy. That's what it's done to me. Now I'm like, oh, fucking key.
Yeah.
Even though like I grew up like Shreveport, Stillport. But I like my wife's car. Hers locks as you walk away from them, and unlocks as you like both of you
Yeah.
touch them or whatever, probably like y'all's. But hers, man, I was like, dang, that's cool. Like, why am I do
Well,
that?
I lose the key and I'm just like starting the car. I'm like, well, it's in here.
Yeah, it's somewhere. Yeah. You are not alone, I promise you. Definitely have done that plenty of times.
Also open for input, if you have other ideas or suggestions or your own style on that or whatever, none of that is, you know, just said, it's just,
Awesome. I think between the both of us, y'all through some point we'll pull something together. I know that, like you said, yours will be a lot more simpler. I'm gonna design yours in a much simpler way for the first tattoo, but the American traditional style is like typically like like bold colors
Yeah.
and thick lines. So well, say thick, but bold lines.
yeah, I just like bold color, I like nature, and there's beautiful color in nature, I think that's what I appreciate about it, so I just don't see I don't see that in a black and white tattoo.
Right. Something funny is that I really love color tattoos, right? And I love doing both. I do a lot of like where just because it has to, like a lot of realism and stuff like that. Just kind of whatever I'm asked for the most part. But it's kind of funny to me, but like color, man, the only reason I don't want to be covered in color tattoos is because, like I said, I suck at matching clothes. And just black and gray goes good for everything.
Yeah, well,
So-
that's why you just don't wear colorful clothes. Most of my wardrobe is like gray shirts and army green, that's my favorite color. Everything's black, like real drab color clothing because I want my color to be in my body.
Right.
I
yeah.
don't wear like floral shirts and stuff like that because I feel like it clashes.
Yeah, well, me usually, if you see me, like, I just got on this white shirt today, but usually I wear a lot of black. Just my son's convinced my favorite color is black, and it's not like I love every color. But just because ink gets on everything I wear.
Oh, yeah,
So it's like everything is just covered in ink. So I just wear a lot of black usually. And, I gotta worry about it. I know it matches them. I do have an idea of a cool shit that you may like.
Friday for the game, would you get, like, if Michael can't make it to Hamilton, I guess you'll probably go,
I'll be
correct?
there Friday.
Okay. Will you bring Anna home?
Yes,
Or actually, can you take Anna to Payson's?
yes.
Okay.
Is that what she's saying?
Yes, because Payson's having a birthday party sleepover that day, that evening.
Yeah, it's coming
And-
where she lives.
Yeah. Right across the street from the Dollar General, at that intersection on Branford Highway, like literally right across the street. Like you have to go up into the subdivision, but her house, like,
Oh, it's in that neighborhood right there
It-
across where there's a big retention pond in the front.
yes, across the street from that one, yeah. Yeah, gosh, I don't know the name of that road.
You know where West Side Elementary is? Or is she on the other side of Branford Highway?
She's on the other side.
I got you, like over near Callaway or whatever that's, she is over there. Yes, either way, that's fine, yes, I'll take her home.
Yeah, and I'll just have her, what I'll probably do is just drop off her sleepover bag to you earlier in the day, so it's just in your car.
I think I just leave it after school.
Yeah, I believe so. I have to wait and see what Blake, because I was gonna ride with Blake and wait to see what she decides to do with Anderson. I didn't even,
offer for
I
her
s-
to
I
come
know.
over. I doubt he will though, he's not like going anywhere.
he's so different.
He likes coming to your house.
That's it, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, it's really weird. And he's told me that. Like, he's like, I'll only go to your house. And I'm like, well, there's lots of people that are cool and fun and like ask Anna and Ellie, like, and he's like, I know. And the voice says, no. But we went to the fair. And Blake was there. And, she had Anderson and Laurel. And we made it through the line to get in to the fair. there and we waited through the line to get the wristbands. And we didn't make it onto the first ride before he asked to go home. He said, he's really comfortable talking around me too. And he was just like, I'm just really uncomfortable. I just really don't want to be here. He's like, I do, but I don't. I don't want to be here. There's so many people and so many rides. It's pretty overwhelming. That's what he was saying. And yeah, and she's like, okay. And so she took him home. And I was like, I told her, I said, he needs to fuck up. Well, he needs to do something. Like something needs to be done. Because she said when she got home, he was so angry with himself.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
That's why I made Sailor go that day. She's like, yeah, that's good if you get home, you're gonna be upset with yourself that you didn't go, because it's gonna be your only opportunity to go to the fair, and take you back again. So give it a try. I just feel like if like you just said, no, just give it 30 minutes, ride a couple rides, and then, you know,
Maybe,
like
yeah.
kind of push him a little bit to where, like beyond that, to where he starts having fun and forgets that he was having
But-
anxiety.
But sometimes he pushes back, and you know, she's not much of a.
Yeah, or also, that's fine, you don't have to ride rides, but I'm not taking you home and your sister wants to be here, so you can just walk with us.
I love hearing people like that talk because it makes me feel better as a parent. 'Cause
I'm a little,
I'm like,
yeah.
let me friends.
yeah, I'm a little like, I'm not, you know, I'm going to, respect your feelings, but sometimes you're also just gonna buck up.
Right.
And I also don't work for you, so you don't just get to order me around where you wanna be and when, and this is, we're talking about a friend that's got 4 children, and the one, if he's just not comfortable, take me home, take me, I don't like that, you wanted to be here, now you're gonna be here, you don't ever have to come back again if you don't have a good experience, but you
Right.
wanted to be here, so.
I think that's kind of what I was saying along the lines of like trying food, you know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
You're gonna try it.
yeah, if you don't like it, you don't ever have to eat it again, but you're gonna try it.
Yeah, yeah. My son can be very much the type where he is a lot of times very content playing with himself. You know, like I'll show up in class sometimes, you know, kind of stop him for a second and be like, "What? How's things going?"
Yeah.
But plus, I just like, you know, the kids are cool. But he is his little cousin Jed goes to school and they do everything together, and he will quite literally tell you, you know the friends, and I'm like, no, you need to make friends. So like yesterday we was in Orlando, we went to the 3-story McDonald's. Which by the way, Phoenix is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
We had such a good time there. I could totally go just for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole arcade up top.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, and it's really cool. Like it's actually really worth it. And downstairs they have like a whole. So they sell like pizza, McDonald's. I got a Philly cheesesteak. Yeah, they have like the actual like, I say stone burning whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's been recorded the whole time. They are so awful, I swear. No, you've been amazing.
No, I haven't. It was terrible.
No, you wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, some people really are terrible. And then we talk, get out, come get out. No, you've been awesome.
I really got nervous there for a second about making decisions. I'm really bad at that.
It's okay, I think you did great. You know, it's kind of also permanent, you know, forever. So,
Yeah.
so this stuff that I'm gonna put on there for you is pretty cool. Basically, think of it like a second layer of skin. Okay. So, but first, then all the stuff that I'm about to tell you, if you forget any of it, don't hesitate. You just hit me up. Hey, bro, what'd you say again? And I will tell you as many times as I need to.
Yeah, I might need you and stuff only because I'm like.
What's a lot?
Well, I'm trying to find rides for my kids.
Right. Yep.
So sometimes I get
Yeah. Well, I always tell people it's a lot, you know, at one time because especially I get talking fast or whatever, you know. I just kind of spill it up like work on me, you know. So, all right. So this stuff right here is pretty cool. You just share it off like a magnet, basically, right? Dark side comes off first. It's easier for somebody else to put something for you. So like, let's say that you, if you wanted to, you can always, if I'm here tomorrow, which I'll
You can always just stop by if you want, or you can have your friend over there put it on or take off, whatever. But you just put on just like this and go real smooth as best you can, like I just did. Bam. And then the little part right here where it shows the little lines, you pull it off. Okay? And when you do it, you want to try to make sure that it doesn't fill up as best you can at least. And if you do it real well like that, and hopefully the rest of it is good, it should sound pretty good.
Bring me down, be with I ain't having no plan to see
Now, these yellows and stuff like that, all those colors, will go through a little weird stage, especially the white, where it'll kind of go away.
Bubble, well, no.
No, well, here, let's explain something with us first. The whites and stuff like that will kind of go through a stage over the next hour, a few hours, where like it'll kind of like dingy looking, then it'll become brighter again, and then the same thing during the healing process, just because of the layer of the irritation coming and going, and the inflammation coming and going, but also just the top layer is going to repair itself. Okay. Now, as far as the bubbling, this because it's color, you might get like blood and yuckiness up under this. It's perfectly normal.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
It's in my front, it's a jet,
Yeah.
not like inky.
Yeah, and that's perfectly normal. So you just leave this on until tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow, I want you to pull it, doesn't matter when, but just sometime tomorrow, pull it off, wash it, dry it really good, use antibacterial soap, dry it really good, make sure there's nothing on it at all, and then I want you to apply another one of these pieces over it. And then this piece, you can keep on for up to 5 days, okay?
Okay.
You can shower with that and everything. As long as it's not real good, you don't have to worry about it at all. Just go through your life. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like I said, if you forget any of this, you just call me. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'll remember.
Yeah.
Yay!
Good
I
job.
got a tattoo.
Yeah,
Yay!
What have you ever thought you got a tattoo like 5 years ago? Or did you
I've
always
been saying it for like 3 years. I don't get a tattoo.
Well, since
I
that
don't get a
had
tattoo.
cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably. I've always thought like she looked cool.
That's awesome.
And you saw how easy it was for her to make a decision. So clearly
Right.
she's gonna
That
pop
was the
right in
issue.
here and choose something.
The issue
Yeah.
was making a decision. Like I just want something.
You have to be very irresponsible and impulsive to get your first
Well,
tattoo, right?
Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah,
that
it
was-
really does
there was one night that I had been drinking. We'll see me fall asleep.
Yeah. So if you start snoring and stuff, they're gonna see it, okay? And I'm not saying that I would do it, but if I did give your friend over there a marker so that way she's the one that's it's okay, you know?
I was up.
No, that's not awesome. You're awesome. So, one of the things we're about to be doing too is we're going to be buying and setting up and designing a whole bunch of cool things to take things off the floor. So I'm very excited about all the cool things we're going to do. It's just a fun time.
Like something attached to the wall, so it's not.
Yeah, so we found this really cool artist that does this really cool thing that they built, and I looked up all the stuff that I can manufacture the exact same thing myself. So like the iPad, I'll probably have it on like a sliding rail system. And the same thing with like the camera as well, and this will be on like of course it's basically the same thing it's on now, but most all the stuff will be off the floor. So we'll just do a walk in, set everything up, and just kind of get going. So it's cool.
It's all like technical. Weird how things have evolved to this. I mean, they're not weird, but it's you know.
That's weird. You know, nowadays, for tattooing at least, I'm sure, like the other day when my client shorts out of bank, you know the bank actually has a person they hire literally just go there and make content on that for their social media. And I'm like, the bank? Like they did that? That's so, to me, weird, you know? Like we've talked, I've had some different conversations with other artists and different things. And by the way, if you see me wearing these sunglasses, which I'm about to wear, that's a really cool thing. I'll show you here later once we get some stuff done. It takes all the glare out of the tattoo. But yeah, like nowadays you have to like learn all this different stuff and like be well rounded and like be a photographer, the marketing guy, you know, all the things. It's a lot to keep up with sometimes. But fortunately, we love what we do. Okay. The initial shot, guys. Check out. I'm gonna do this with Nebby first, okay? What do you think? Not bad? Told you. That was so anticlimactic. Alright. You just say real still. Well, it's official. You're tatted up. You got street cred now.
White trail.
I know, right? Which other park are you from? I'm from the one down the road.
That's how it feels like.
For stuff like this?
Maybe I'm.
You gonna tougher than you thought?
No, I'm tough. I'm pretty tough. I do have a high pain tolerance, but also, I have a palliative care team. You know what I mean?
Are you the type, so I know me, I can overanalyze. Are you the type like that too, or?
Hmm?
Do you like overanalyze things? The reason I ask, I do. I'm very bad about that.
What brain nursing? Sometimes. To death. Sometimes I do.
Time to buy a gold grill and start working on your first wrap-up.
Right? They're joking. The person's joking, because me, I said you got street cred now. They said it's time to buy a gold grill and start working on your first rap album. Which I support, actually, okay? Just because, you know.
When I was getting radiation,
Mm-hmm.
they play music. And they kept asking me what I wanted to play, and I'd say Zach Bryan, and this song will play every time. The radiation machine.
Please, next time you go in there, say that.
They'll play whatever I want.
Just, I was the other day, I honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know why, but I can't stand that song. But but the other day it was so funny to me, kind of. It was kind of funny, but not funny. They, somebody went over to the jukebox, or whatever, in this place called Fun Point over in Stark. Knowing, like, there's a whole bunch of kids and it's like church groups and stuff, and they played that over the thing. And I was like, everybody was like looking around, including me. I was like, dang, look at that, that's awesome. And then all the little kids running around and stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was funny, you know, partially too. It's funny. It was an edited kind of version. If that was such a thing.
Clean version.
Yeah. As clean as you can be with that.
Speaking of clean versions, Caroline, you know, like Taylor Swift, all my girls do. And there's a song, it's not a cuss word, so, like, it doesn't need to be, I guess, cleaned up. But it says, something about your love, makes me open up my eyes.
Are you using a round liner or a shaver?
And then there's one that, there's the next one says my thighs. So, Caroline's like, what? And I'm like, I don't know.
Weird.
I'm using a round liner.
Vaseline makes it stop bleeding.
So it does a few things. So I use Vaseline does the exact same thing, but I use 80 on it instead of Vaseline. But
So you're
It's like
85.
Vaseline.
yeah, it does. It's 7 actually. It does the same thing. So basically it does a few things, but the main thing it does is it reduces friction for the needle as it goes in and out of the skin. Is the main thing.
It is a standard 7-round liner, long taper, lining needle. Make sure, guys, for the tattoo artists out there, especially follow my YouTube channel. You will get you will find as time goes on a lot of valuable information on there. And then as I get time, I'm doing a lot of other things right now. But I have something called Tattoo the Basics where I post educational tattoo videos. I have not really been posting on it lately because I've had so much going on, but I'm designing a course that I will be selling after I finish it called Tattoo.
I just got a dinosaur on my leg.
Oh, that's awesome. That course will be to help as a supplemental course for helping teach the basic fundamentals of tattooing. And that's available in the next 6 months or year, or whenever it comes to finish it. I know it just started, but is it as bad as you might have imagined? Or?
No. I would say it's probably less painful than I imagined.
Thank you, guys.
What does it feel like as it's healing?
Itchy.
I got mine in Port Charlotte.
Itchy?
Oh man, it's so itchy. I'm gonna give you all kind of cool stuff. I'm really gonna hook you up before you leave, okay? So you don't have to worry about all that too much. It'll help with that a lot. Do you have taxidermists? Okay, so we have a product that is extremely similar, it's kind of the exact same thing really, that we use and we'll put on there for you. Instead of selling some, I'm actually going to give you some to take with you today, after that you're going to fly too. So that'll help with the healing process and make it you really got to do much and it'll cut down on the itchiness.
Second skin.
Dramatically. Yep, the product we use is called DermaShield.
Where are you located?
I'm located in Lake City, Florida, at a shop here that I own called Voice by Design. If y'all click in my bio, there's a link with all my my information. You should be able to find all the cool things there. But we're going to go through the healing stuff together as a team. So, like any point, you got questions or anything at all, you can just call me or text me or throw up a back.
How long before it's like
Did you do an apprenticeship?
I won't tell us what.
completely healed? You answer that question.
Sorry. So I didn't do an apprenticeship, a traditional one. I did do one though. It's a kind of unique story. In fact, I think I have some video about that I just posted recently, but I'll go more in depth on that and more videos on YouTube. But yes, long story short, I did a year and a half apprenticeship, something like that. Then I opened up my own shop, and I have pretty much worked for myself ever since. Here we are, like 12 years later, roughly. And for it to fully heal, everybody's different. So it might fully heal on you in 10 to 15 days, or sooner, or a little bit longer. Everybody's body is different, so I don't want to lie to you. Some, I don't know, some people it's amazing, like the way their body just does with tattoos, you know. But the initial healing stage, the first week, that should be, for the most part, done, that you don't need to worry about. After that, for the most part, just kind of go through the normal. And like I said, don't hesitate, use me as a resource. I'm always here for you. Anytime.
I've had some healed in a week. I've had others healed in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's real good. Especially depending on where it's on the body too, the tattoo.
10 days mine is nearly done flaking.
A whole lot of things. Listen, I got some clients takes 3-4 weeks to heal. I got some clients that are like fucking Wolverine. I swear to God, it's like 4 days they're done. It's the weirdest thing
How
ever.
do you know?
Well, so like as you're going through, so human tissue takes typically, the long answer is like 21 days or more to start fully recovering, right? Fully healing. But you'll know because what will happen is over the next few days, this top layer of skin that's getting damaged, there's some little bit scabbing maybe, but and that's perfectly normal. So you just don't want to pick them off right then. You want to let them fall off normally. Okay. If you pick them off or itch them off, when they come off too prematurely, they'll pull out ink with it. So you just want to kind of actually fall. But that skin stuff I'm going to put on there for you is going to help with that dramatically. And I'm going to help you with all that stuff to make this like super smooth and easy for you. But you'll notice because the itchiness will come and go to be kind of achy and ugly looking or whatever, throughout the process. And then you'll notice all of a sudden one day there's none of that there anymore. Yeah, maybe a little tight feeling or something like that, a little weird feeling. For the most part, it'll be pretty done. I don't know, it's kind of hard to swim past that, but you'll know. And usually, unless something comes up, usually I'm here 5 days a week at least. Like this week I'll be here even Saturday, maybe Sunday too. But I always tell people like, don't hesitate to like blow my phone up. You're not bothering me at all. Like, text me. If I don't reply, text me. I get so busy with seeing me.
Using the second skin was a good call for me.
Best birthday ever!
Reminds me of Despicable Me. That's so funny. Yeah, that second skin stuff, that whichever brand people use, man, but that stuff, it makes huge
Sounds silly, like, yes, it's true. She told me she had a doctor's appointment recently. And, asked me if I wanted to like go to the doctor's appointment. It was in Jacksonville and then like hang out, go to the beach or whatever. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. And I'm always excited to hang out there and she knows that. She knows the answer is always yes. And anyway, she told.
I also used the Hustle butter after care kit.
She said that.
She said she had a check she had to pick up at the airport, and she always has this check she has to pick up because of cakes. Like she'll bake a cake, and then she needs people at their jobs and picks up a check or whatever for the cake. And so we pulled into the airport, and she's like, "Gosh, I haven't been in here in so long. Have you ever been in here?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Well, come on, let's check it out."
That's it.
And so we went inside, and there was a guy, one
Where
of
are
her
you
friends who owns a seaplane, waiting on us.
Oh, she set that up?
Yeah,
You could be my friend?
I know. And so we took that seaplane over to Jekyll Island and had lunch,
Oh man, that is so cool.
and then we came back and landed the seaplane on a pond, and yeah, it was super cool.
Okay,
Flew over Lake City and saw our kids at soccer practice.
Yeah, we saw our kids in soccer practice.
so listen, later on, well, maybe, I don't know if you want to tell or not, but I don't know how much it costs, because I would love to do that with my wife.
Well, it's a friend of mine that did it, and he doesn't do it for hire. He actually just flies just because he loves to fly. So he doesn't. I don't have an answer for you. He just did it, and he wouldn't let me compensate for it because he just wanted to do something. He just wanted to do something nice.
He's a
But
good man.
He's
Yeah.
a good guy. Yeah.
he's a good guy.
Well, I mean, I'm happily married, but you tell him, okay, if he wants to take me on a date, okay? Yeah, but nah,
You take a little lunch date at the seaplane.
yeah, that's.
I've never been in a seaplane either. I've only ever been in a small plane like that one time when I was a kid, so it's a whole different experience than like flying on a jet,
Yeah.
Melissa, if you're still watching, sorry, I'm just conversating, but I'm located in Lake City, Florida. I have a shop there called Voice by Design that I own. If you click on my bio at the top, there's some links with all my info. You should be able to find me pretty easy. And if any of y'all are watching this and want to work with me, I would love to work with you. Don't hesitate to reach out. Yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah. And then like what, 2 days ago you were like, hey, let's go get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so here we are. And saying I wanted a tattoo.
Actually, you'll probably appreciate this if you appreciate like signs and believe that things don't happen by accident but by design. Because I messaged her, a friend wanted to get this just to like go do something together kind of thing. So I messaged her and said, hey, you want to go get a tattoo next week? And she said yes. So then on Sunday morning I woke up and I had sent her the link to this shop and I was like, I've never been there, but I've heard good things about them. Maybe I'll see if they have an appointment available next week and we can get in. So I sent that to her Saturday night and I woke up Sunday morning just, to mindlessly scroll right out of bed. And the first post I saw was, because I just started following you guys the night before, I saw your post that you had some availability this week. And I was like, oh, this is like a sign to go make the appointment. And I walked outside and called you right after that.
You want to know what's so funny about that actually? In their email marketing that you wouldn't, now you would start seeing it probably, but literally I had just made one of the things that I said is like, if you're looking for your sign to get your next tattoo, this is your sign now.
Yeah.
I literally that same day posted that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That's awesome. I do believe in design. I believe in free choice stuff along with that sports development, 100%. Yeah, man. Yeah, that is so cool. No, that's cool. Yeah, it honestly worked out great. It really was meant to be because, man, I tell you, usually I'm super busy. I'm very, very, very lucky and blessed. But I had a lot of openings this week, so my wife was like, "Why don't you don't never advertise?" I'm like, "We can advertise constantly." She's like, "No, you don't. You don't never say when you have availability." I was like, "Oh shit, man, maybe you're right." Maybe
Sometimes it hurts to throw it out there and go, hey, everybody's, been thinking about it.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like I do all this other stuff, and like we were on vacation, but like 8 a.m. that morning I was on my laptop trying to get this customer list imported over and reformatted for like ad spacing and just different things, and so I'm always doing something in my mind, even though I joke and say I'm lazy. But she's right. I don't ever post that hard video. I really should step it up. So really, truly, it really was meant to be. That's my point of saying all that.
So I don't know if I would have done this without a push from her.
That's a cool thing.
How far do you stay booked out?
It's so crazy, but it depends on the part of the year. But right now, like I'm not even booked out. I have a lot of openings over the next week or two. Sometimes I'll be booked out a month or two at a time. Sometimes I just a week. It depends. This is always the slowest part of the year for me. I'm in a very small town. I think that has a lot to do with that too. But yeah, I'm not one of those cool people that's booked out for like 2 years at a time. If I want to be, it's all commitment.
Yeah.
I'm also up here like between 4 and 7 days a week. Typically at least minimum of 5. So, and we have other art. I say other artists. So one artist just left to open up his own place, and I still have Josh full time, and I just took on another apprentice that is currently transitioning from his current career. So try to stay pretty busy. believe it, but it actually means a lot to me.
The first tattoo you go, that's it.
Well, you know, I always say, like I said earlier, it's the people to me that matters. You know, it might sound weird or cliche. My wife tells me all the time I collect people. I think she's right at this point, like, honestly. Because I'm like, oh, y'all are so awesome. Come here. Like, don't leave. I don't know. People are the most. That's, you know, like my podcast thing. I know it's like primarily focused on tattoos, but by no means do I want it to just be tattoos. I want it to be a whole host of things because I don't give a shit if it's ever successful or not. I'm purely doing this for me, you know, honestly, and my son. Because my thought process is that one day, when I'm gone, there will be a lot of video for him to go back and watch.
Yeah.
You know, that's my thought process. And as all we know, that could be tomorrow, especially with my life, ain't no telling, right? That could be tomorrow, 10 years, whatever, no telling. So, you don't. So I treat every day like as best I can, within reason. So I've tried to get anybody, everybody I can on the podcast ultimately. I'm just telling you, fucking like, please. Like, whatever you want to, you know? Because everybody has an interesting story. Even like a random person you wouldn't think at the SMS or something, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's interesting. You won't get on podcast?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Not very much because you got a splinter first bite. Yeah, actually, I'll let you think about this, but I'll propose something to you. If you would like to. Totally optional, obviously, but if you and your
I just wanted to hear the
podcast
boss say it.
together and record a podcast, I would love to have with you. Even if we don't air it, and you can keep it private for your family.
Me and my husband?
Yeah. So it's cool. You go by yourself. You want to do it you? Or just you? It don't matter. You and her? Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Just bump. Yeah, dude. Well, absolutely. Yeah, if y'all want to,
Our
I would love
husband's a
to.
man of very few words.
And not only that,
True.
like,
Michael can talk.
and not only that, he can't talk. He, has a lot. I'm reported of him.
Yeah.
He has a lot that, anybody can go back and look at. And not only that, he has a wife. So there's lots of videos of him.
Yeah.
And our children.
Yeah.
Like, I've expressed that to him a million times, like, please start taking pictures, videos, like, I can't, like, if me and the girls are snuggled up with dad, take a picture,
Yeah.
like, why does it always to be selfies?
Yeah, no, you're right. There's a good life lesson for if you don't already. Take lots of pictures of your wife with your baby.
So I'll tell you actually, it's funny you say that. In his defense, your husband's, we don't really think about this stuff all the time, but I've had that same conversation with my wife now, and I try to be very mindful of that and take a bunch of pictures of them because, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've lost everything multiple times, like, you know, like house fires and all kinds of different things, and every time I lost everything, the only thing I ever seemed to give a shit about was the sentimental thing. I'm super sentimental, I realized, you know. So I could buy more shit, you know what I'm saying? I can make more money, but I can't replace pictures or that little fucking thing that person gave me that one time, you know what I'm saying? So I realized I'm very sentimental.
Yeah, I mean,
Oddly so.
you know how many nights I've spent, like, curled up next to my baby?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I have any pictures of
And you
that.
know what you should have done? You should just get a hold of my butt.
But I have so many pictures of after I've gotten up in the morning and she's curled up into him instead of me. I have so many pictures.
I could make a whole album of pictures with my husband with the kids sleeping and pictures of them sleeping.
Yeah.
Would y'all like to do that? Sorry to interrupt you, but I apologize. But would you like to? I mean, you can think about it, but if you want to, I could set that up in the next couple of weeks, and we could do the podcast. And let me explain how that works with us.
What do you mean?
Well, so the way that we do it, the way that I do it is it's all organic. Now, when I do it like certain people, of course, and even with you, I could, even though it's like tattoo like related, I can even send you like a little template that I have put together. It's an initial introduction questionnaire. just gives me a little bit of background information so that way beforehand when I get with these people. So normally I would email that to the person, let them fill out what they want to fill out, if anything, and they send it back. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll do a little homework, whatever maybe first. But really, I just like organic conversation, and that gives me a little ways to steer things to help you. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I can fucking talk all day, obviously. But that comes easy for me. I like to talk. But I would like to talk about anything and everything you want to talk about. And the way that we do it is I can record it even remotely. We don't even have to be face to face. All I need y'all to be able to do, you can either come to my shop, I can set the camera up, we can do it like that, or I can do it and you can do it in the comfort of your home. You can do it from like a laptop or your phone or iPad. But the easiest way would probably be to just come up here, or like I said, I can do it like that. I can send you a link. You'll just go in. It's super easy to set up on your end. Extremely easy to do so. And then we'll record it. It's all offline. And then you can even watch it, see it beforehand. And if you like it, we'll post it. And if you don't want to post it, I'll just put on a flash drive for you. Okay?
You don't want to.
Yeah, it's totally optional. If you did want it posted, it would be on my channel, Wingwood Tattoo. It's called Ink Exchange, is what the podcast is named
That's
after.
not interesting, it would be to anybody on your channel.
I know, that's the only thing, it's like.
Well, hear me out. So, with that being said, have you ever watched? You think it's boring, but it's not. So, let's put it like this for a second. Now, my podcast is basically centered around tattoos, right? Tattoo-related content, but that's not me purely selfish when I say this. But you know how many people? Just right now, there's 10 people watching this, right? And they're watching it for two reasons. I would argue. For one, because of tattoos, they like tattoos, that draws them in. But two, the reason they stay is not the tattoos as much, except for the people that do tattoos, but it's because of the conversation we're having right now. So people, they like to hear, they're curious. Have you ever heard of a podcast or a YouTube channel called Soft White Underbelly?
Yeah.
Okay, so I really like that channel and many others, but I like a lot of different ones for a lot of reasons. But that one's a very interesting one because that one permanently focuses on people that are going through,
Just different
pimps,
things, yeah.
whatever their life thing is, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of it can be negative, and there's some positive ones, but a lot of different things.
Doesn't it feature like a lot of like addicts and stuff like that, or am I thinking of something
It
different?
does, no, it does, it does,
It does.
it does. And just other random people that live on the street,
Businessmen,
there's, I was
all
gonna
kinds
say,
of
there's
things.
like, yeah.
Yep. So a lot of it is like, for lack of better words, negative lifestyles. Because of where he gets the people from is typically like Skid Row out there, which is a lot of crazy. There's also a lot of very successful people that get on there and just all kinds of things. But yeah, man, it's kind of cool because I say that because, well, let's say, careful how it says, but everybody goes through things, right? And I think sometimes people don't realize how much sometimes sharing their experiences can help other people. That could be a pretty impactful thing for people. But if nothing else, like I said, you can put on flash drive and just give it to your kids and husband. Or, your friend over there. Put it in the safe.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Because like my goal, to be honest with you, with the podcast is, I know I do tattoos for a living, and it'll be a lot of that. But I'm going to have a whole bunch of episodes of just anybody I feel like talking to.
Yeah.
Just because it's awesome, and people are awesome.
I go to Mayo Clinic.
I was just gonna say, you should share with him your Mayo Clinic video for him to see.
Yeah, we did it was more of an advertisement for them.
Right.
However, they did the story on me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that I appreciate what they did because I had this video of me and my family and me and my best friend and yeah.
It's very well, it's well done, it's a nice video, I actually watched that just the other day. It's sad, but it's also, and especially at that time, it was kind of like hopeful and inspiring, and like they're focusing on what they have to offer, which has been a wonderful hospital, and it's, yeah, it's just a neat piece that they did, and it highlights you beautifully.
Yeah.
I was,
Okay, I'm sorry.
no, I was walking through Mayo Clinic the other day, all sad and tired and hurting and limping and thinking, would they ever want, they ever want to document this? Now, not saying that they wouldn't, but
So you mean like the difficult times? Is that what you mean?
yeah,
I'm sure that they would. The whole, I feel like the premise of the video was what they were trying to highlight about themselves as a hospital was that they have this multidisciplinary team. So a neurosurgeon was able to work with an oncologist who specializes in terminal cancer, and radiology, and all of these teams of doctors work together for her surgeries and treatment and stuff. And so that in itself is a pretty incredible feat, and it is, brag worthy for them to be able to accomplish what they do. But also just highlighted you and your strength very beautifully for them to be able to brag on that.
yeah.
I think that's really cool. I think it's very brave of you to do that too. I think that's cool. They're
I'll send you the link and you can watch it.
yeah, please do actually. Please do. I've had friends go through these things, relatives, maybe not the exact same thing, but very, very, very similar. Just because I don't know too many details, and I don't want to ask, you know what I mean? But they, I think that there's a lot of people in the world that go through things, whether it be this or say struggling to pay a bill, right? It could be the most little thing to one person, but paramount to the next, right? So like one person is just like, it's fucking life, you know what I'm saying? We struggle to pay everything. The next person is it's like the most daunting task, and it feels like the world's on their shoulders, and it's just a life, you know what I'm saying? So I think because of that, people can overlook the true weight of burdens. I know I've been guilty of that, even even with say my own wife, or my mom or friends or whatever, they're going through something you not realize that to me it wasn't a big deal, right? But so anyways, I think sharing these things sometimes lets people know hey, you're not fucking alone, and you're not. It's not weird. It's not different. It's life, and we're all doing life together.
Yes. I try to, yes, my friend over here has been my friend, my best friend, and we've always shared, what we're struggling with. And sometimes she'll share something, and then she'll say, oh, I shouldn't even say anything to you because what I have going on is so small compared to what you have going on. And I'm like, no, share it. Just because I'm in pain doesn't mean you're not. And I'm your friend. Share it with me. That's what I'm here for.
That's a good friend. My voltage, by the way, guys, if you're not following me, I won't hear your comments. So make sure to follow so that way it reads it out. But the voltage at that moment was like whatever the machine was at lowest, like 5 volts or something. I'm not even sure. Super low. Yeah, man, I think that's really good. It's not easy actually either for a friend to be that thoughtful because we all would go through things, and we get caught up in the rat race of life,
I still want to be able to be there for them.
My wife.
Don't take that privilege away from me.
Right. say I can disrespect my mom. So my mom worked her ass off her whole life, right? This is a good example. Worked her ass off her whole life, and she, she had a very hard life growing up. So I have so much respect for my mom. She is a very good person, but she doesn't have a lot of money, right? And that's just life is fucking hard. She's only reason I'm in the position I'm in today is because of her. So I owe everything to her in my mind. But there's times though, it's like say like it can be something so simple that, I'm not saying she can't afford it. It's like $20, right? But let's say it's $20, 200, or 2,000. I'm like, no, fucking, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep your money, mom. There's times where I have to be like, wait, let me let you do that. You got this. It's gonna be cute. I love this song.
Michael and Jackson was good. Somebody messaged me about dinner tonight. You remember who?
Well, we
There's so many. Talk about lots of good people, man.
don't be sorry. Yeah, no, be sorry about your awesome.
November 8th. That is Saturday.
Let me really fast. Let me grab another white. That's a better white. 1 second.
Looking real good.
Thank you, guys. You have an iPhone?
I do. Yes.
You have a lot of extra space on your iPhone?
I have a lot of space.
They good.
I don't know if it's like, I mean, I don't know. I thought like the one with the most space.
That you're perfect.
Or maybe not the one with the most, but one way ahead of there. They're like, you're never gonna,
Run out.
yeah.
They
Why?
I was thinking what we could do whenever we do this. So the cool thing is my cameras and stuff. The way they work, I can actually put the files together. You decided you did want to do that, and actually the episode or whatever, whether it gets posted or not, and I can airdrop it to you too. So believe it or not, airdrop works amazingly fast. Kind of crazy how fast it works. Insanity actually. Crazy shit.
I think it would be something cool to have as a keepsake
Good afternoon.
if I needed a keepsake.
Right. Good afternoon. Hey, Mom.
It's your mom, right?
Yeah, that's Mom. Yeah. So my mom is arguably my biggest fan. She's pretty good. She's alright, you know what I'm saying? She, as far as moms go, right? You know? She's amazing. And my mama. I'll tell you quickly, I love my mom to death. Bless you, lady. You like the color? Yeah. So many pretty ones. I'm a big fan of keepsakes. So, like I was saying earlier about the thing. I can't remember. He just got it. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm allowed to say. So I won't say much. But he just actually signed on to a college. They agreed to play for. But one of my buddy's brothers, Dylan, man, I had him and Justin sign some baseballs. They gave me some game balls to sign. And I showed pictures to my son. I was like, listen, he throws the ball so fast. Okay, when he does it, sometimes it catches on fire. My son's like, oh.
Yeah. It's crazy how fast these guys are throwing the ball these days.
Oh yeah. I told him after he hits 100, was it 102 or something like that? Or whatever it was, I was out to the free catch. Whatever his target was, I can't remember. It was something else. And I was like, oh shit.
The fastest my husband ever threw was 98.
Maybe
Maybe 99.
That's
98 or
insane.
99. Yeah. It didn't happen many times.
I think that's 100 actually. That's insane. To take something and propel it 100 miles an hour, like even 90 miles an hour, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, like 90 was like, normal.
Crazy.
It was normal, It was 93, 94 was fastball. That often. So my kids have always wanted me to tattoo my back.
Mm-hmm.
I have, so the reason, how we found this cancer was my back started to hurt.
Okay.
And we were big into CrossFit at the time, and I thought I hurt myself doing something in CrossFit, and I tried like physical therapy and chiropractor and stretching and resting, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And I had an x-ray at urgent care, I went to my primary care, and asked them to scan it, they wouldn't scan it. She recommended the chiropractor, they gave me muscle relaxers, everything was sort of scanning it. And finally one day, like I said, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And I got to the point where I wasn't sleeping at night. And just finally one day, I told my husband, I was working at the time as a para at my kid's school. And I said, after work, I'm just going to go up, I'm going to drop the kids off at home, I'm just going to go up to the emergency room around 4 o'clock. Work, it was a Friday. Work is busy, and I'm going to see if scan me and find out what's wrong with me, because I made an appointment with orthopedics, but they were like, like any orthopedic place is like 2 months out, you know?
It's insanity.
Yeah, and it was December, and I was like, gosh, I can't go through the holidays in this pain, I have I have little kids, and they're relying on me to be, the magic. So I was like, get me some pain. And anyway, I don't know why, but my husband's cousin called me and asked me what I was doing, and I told her I was going to the this and that. And she said, listen, if you want them to scan you, you need to tell them that you just fell and hurt yourself.
I'm like, yeah.
Don't tell them that you can deal with this, because then they're going to say it's chronic, and they're going to give you muscle relaxers and your relievers and tell you to hit up the orthopedic doctor, whatever. So tell them that you just fell, you just hurt yourself. And so I got there and I did. I said, I felt I hurt myself yesterday, and I can't do this and I can't do that. So they decided to do a CT scan. And anyway, they scanned me and they came back in and they tried to get me to sit down, and I wouldn't sit down, and I was like, why? Sitting down was actually painful for me, like the most comfortable position for me was standing up, and so I was standing when they came in, and they were like, can you sit down? Anyway, she told me I had cancer. And what they saw in the scan was they saw cancer in my pancreas, cancer in my liver, and then cancer in my spine that had eaten away at 80% of one of my vertebrae and 40% of another one of my vertebrae. Yeah. And so my back was just about to collapse on itself.
Does it hurt right now to sit?
No, because I had back surgery. So they fused my back, my whole thoracic spine, basically. A few days later, actually. And so, anyway, I've had surgery on my back, and this giant scar on my back, and my kids think they need a tattoo on it, but I can't feel. They messed up the nerves in my back, so it's numb.
Well, that might be to your benefit.
Yeah, well, that's what they were like, you should get a tattoo there, you can't feel.
So what would you want to do?
I don't know. I have a giant scar, what should I get there?
Well, the smart ass answer most people come up with is like a zipper or something, but yeah, they you do all kinds of cool things. Thanks. It depends on how the scar looks. Yeah, it's on a few lines.
Well, that's different, this was just somebody else, like, that's not really
Yeah, it does this one pain in the ass thing that drives me absolutely nuts. So when I finish after I paint the walls and all that stuff, I'm gonna go buy 2 smart TVs and I'm gonna mount them on both sides of the room, and I'm gonna cast this up to the TVs. Because it does a little activity check thing, like a little puzzle piece, and I never see it because I'm not up here looking at the phone. And, oh my god, it drives me crazy. I mean, obviously right now it's not very important, but
It's like a little bump that you scratch or something. And make it, just hold it on there. Do the other guys that work here do this also, like stream their stuff while they're doing it, or do they request it?
It's they might eventually, but it's a lot of people, man. It can be nerve-wracking, you know. To be fair.
Yeah, watching somebody work, or people watching me work.
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes you know it might not be that many people. Sometimes it take a lot of people. There's times where like it might be, like I said earlier, 2 people or 200. You know, and
Yeah.
there's no telling. You know, so it can be nerve-wracking for people.
Say that right.
Mm-hmm.
Say that right.
Some parts. Now I could dole things out, but keep in consideration there's a lot of yellows and stuff in there. Your skin is irritated right this second. So there's yellow, orange, and reds. And I'm also going to put a little white in there. And we'll do like a little haziness of red across it, do like a magenta look kind of.
There's a dude that lost his mom when he saw him talks about it. Yeah. Okay, so that's before it heals. I'll have to find like a heals, the whole back. The whole back. Have a heal picture.
How was the healing process? Was that horrendous, or was it like not that bad, or is it still healing?
No, it's healed. I'm good. My back is good. That's the crazy thing. It hurts so bad. And now it's fine. Like I don't even know.
One of my friends, a very good friend of mine, Heather, is actually a tattoo on my arm. She had breast cancer, but her mom had passed from breast cancer, and ultimately she did too. But she did like some of the treatment stuff, but also, to be honest with you, we were all on lots of drugs all the time, so her body was probably heavily compromised, you know, on top of it, you know, from staying awake for days at a time and just constant drug abuse, you know, and all that stuff. I love her to death, you know, I always miss her. I don't think she gave herself a fighting chance, honestly. But man, her back was always in pain. But then again, I think she gets a lot of fun that she's not child.
One of the best things you can do to help fight your cancer is just keep your body strong so the medicine can work. Yeah, get weak, if your body gets weak, you get limited on options because your body can't handle the treatments, you know?
Yeah, I would agree with that. My goal is hopefully that you love it when you're done.
So listen, I was going through and editing the video, guys, and I got to a certain point where I think I forgot to record more. I just got sidetracked with everything that's going on, and the lady that I was tattooing was making some phone calls, doing some stuff, making arrangements for her kids with the school and stuff. So I cut all that out because nobody needs to know where her kids go to school or anything like that. So that's why there's kind of just an abrupt end to this. And excuse the mess in the background. We're setting up stuff here for me, like a little recording area and all the things in this our little office area here. So it's a mess right this second. There's just like a shirt press back there and a hat press and a mirror that's going to be getting moved and stuff. Anyways, these computer stations y'all can't see in the video, but so. Anyways, we'll wrap this up, and this was a very rewarding experience for me. If you watch the video, she talks about it, and I don't want to go into too much detail myself speaking about it, just because I don't want to say anything wrong. But obviously, this lady is going through something right now in her life where she is, as you can hear in the video, she has cancer, and I would just like to say this lady was a very sweet lady that I got to the honor of meeting today, in the honor of doing her very first tattoo, actually. It was a pleasure meeting her. If you ever watch this, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I'm very honored to have done your tattoo for you. And I very much can't wait to do the next one for you. So here in just a second, I'm gonna go ahead and show you all the tattoo that we did for her. And we're doing her best friends this Thursday. So I'm very excited for that. So we will probably vlog that one as well, and it'll be like a two-part episode for this. So maybe we'll say part one of this, and then we'll repost the second part, part two, when her and her friend come back and I do her best friends. Let me just say something else too, real fast. Man, it was very, very rewarding doing this tattoo because the conversations that we had during it and everything. And I'm so lucky and blessed to have one or two or maybe three friends that are as good of friends as this lady here has. Man, it is a wonderful thing to see people loved in that kind of way. Um, and I don't know. I don't even know what else to say except I love my job. I get to meet the most awesome people all the time, and they share these amazing stories with me, and it's truly inspirational at times. So, anyways, I'm just gonna shut up and we'll get back to part two. So here's the tattoo that we did for her today. I should have took a video of that. Doggone it, I messed up. Anyway.